It's the ride to work. So we're having, I cannot see. It's been several days of rainy weather, and now the bright sun is back. Anytime. You don't work anymore? Okay then. Bright and shiny. Bright and shiny. Okay, that's enough of you. Alright. Okay, so why the Hebrew God? Yes, I'm going on about that again. Because it really bothers me what a lot of people seem to think about things. Even people within the faith seem to think that, they seem to have these narrow-minded, dogmatic, angry points of view. This is what I know. The God of the Bible, 4,000 years ago, took a people who were oppressed and brought them out of the land of their oppressors with a strong hand and an outstretched arm and with wrath poured out. He brought them out of the land of their oppressors with mighty signs, brought them from slavery to freedom. They had to spend some time in the desert, 42 years in the desert, to finally bring them from a mentality of bondage to a mentality of wanderers. But, you know, even the wanderer is free. So, they had to clean out a lot of garbage. We've been given a lot of garbage to deal with in those days. Idolatry. Hard bondage. And so, a nation was formed, a nation of liberty. Now you can say what you want about the commandments and how God condones slavery. God does not condone slavery, but He knows human nature. That one will subject himself to another, and that one will lord himself over another. He knows human nature. He knows what people are capable of. And so, it was in His good grace that He decided that if you are going to have slaves, give those slaves a year of release. And if they should decide to stay with you as their master, treat them with kindness. Don't treat them with cruelty, with malice, with hard labor. You're supposed to love those people. Slaver-free. Somehow, we get it all convoluted in our mind that, oh, he's a god of bondage, and that he is harsh. And none of the other gods are like that. Nay. Nay. If you look at the Canaanite gods, the Roman gods, the Egyptian gods, they're disgusting, putrid, vile, corrupt, nasty, and the worst form of love. Ritual child sacrifice, orgies, violence, disgusting gluttony, just the lowest, most base forms of behavior are lauded and praised. And this is called worship. So I really don't want to hear about, oh, the Hebrew God is a cruel and unjust God. I really don't care to hear that. It's a bunch of bupkis. It is the law of kindness if you'll take the time to read His Word in any kind of cultural or historic context. I mean, I guess if you're into orgiastic behavior and disgusting, vile filth, I mean, okay, yeah, I guess that's the law of liberty. Talking about pagan Here we are in the United States of America. And because most of the people believed in the God of the Bible and wanted to worship Him closer to the truth, America was set up as a land of clemency for some. Now you can go on all day about how, you know, the Native American genocide and black slavery and this, that, and the other thing. Look, corrupt elements come in and hijack everything. I think we can get over this. We're not perfect, but we were the best that ever was. It was those same Christians that blacks go on about being KKK, those same white people who had the vote eventually gave the vote to the black minorities. There's those same white Christian males who gave the vote to their wives. And it's all been hijacked. I mean, you go ahead and say what you will. But if it wasn't for the conscience, if it wasn't for the moving of the conscience of the white man, black men would still be subjugated. The founders created the country in the sense that all men are created equal. They knew they had some things to rectify even then. They knew that they couldn't do it in their own generation, that it was going to be something that had to be worked out over time. None of that matters now because we have decided to reject, the collective we, the American we, has largely rejected the God of the Bible, and now we are all in bondage and slavery. We are all slaves on the same plantation now. Don't give me that. You don't know nothing about slavery. Go to hell. Just go directly to hell. I do know about slavery. I do know about slavery. It's called wage slavery. It's being perpetrated against us day by day, week by week. You don't know nothing about slavery. Bullshit. You know, there's slave credits. These dollars with Egyptian pyramids written on them, the Eye of Horus. We are all slaves on the same plantation. It's one big global combine. Don't tell me I don't know about slavery. (1865) didn't abolish slavery. It allowed bankers to perpetrate slavery across the whole continent. I make no mistake. The slavery of the mind. The slavery of the soul. And these bankers, they traffic in men's souls all day. They make more money off your life than you will ever see in your lifetime. Trading empty paper, working with legal fictions. Don't tell me about slavery. And if you're offended, if you're offended, good, be offended. We are all slaves on the global cotton farm. We are all peanut huskers now. So what? We have rejected the God of freedom, the God of liberty. I mean, we pay lip service to it, but I know now what he meant. He said, these people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far away from me. I see it every day. We run around in our little jelly beans, our little bubble buggies. Slaves of the mind. None of us is free. Yeah? Oh, we're free. Oh yeah, quit your job. See how far that gets you. If we're free. We are all slaves to the box stores and the mega chains. Think I'm joking? Everybody I know still got to make them slave credits, or they can't keep their perfect little lifestyles, you know, that appearance of perfection. The prairie village subdivision lifestyle. It's on, people. I don't really want to hear about you don't know nothing. Got people running themselves inside out, chasing after them slave credits to buy shit they don't need. Let's dump it. Let's all collectively dump it together. Huh? Live like the nomads of old. I don't think anybody can do that. They're so beholden to their things and their stuff. That's slavery. So why the Hebrew God? Because he is the only one who's going to redeem us out of this nightmare. This nonsense has got to stop. This is unsustainable. And when it crashes, it's gonna be ugly. Because we are so far from the Bible, people will eat each other alive. And the controllers who set this thing up, who profited off of mocking you to your face, zombies. They made a killing off of you, laughing at you. Sitcoms, they're not to entertain you, they are entertaining themselves, laughing, scoffing, kicking you in the teeth.